welcome to the Journeyman Route 1 Thursday edition, where we're going to do, because we're halfway through a season.
Yeah, basically.
We've no way of preparing any show where there's no football on later on in the evening, or the day after, or the day before. So
we're doing the shows in bulk because it's Christmas.
Yeah. So like, if you're complaining,
you're a Grinch.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull back the veil here a bit and show you where we are right now. Because look at this shit.
This is the only room available to us.
We haven't got a studio.
Not quite.
I mean, if we had a live studio audience, it would be fitting.
Even if we just had Leo
but
back there.
if we had an audience, like
we don't have a studio audience or an
actual audience, so we're stuck here.
Right.
So we're going to do a mid-season reward show.
Yeah.
I don't know where we start, boys. Where we start?
Start with Player of the Year.
Player of the Year. Fuck, Player of the Year.
Right, there's two options.
The nominees are,
because there's 6 at the end of the season, we've gone with 6.
Yeah.
we gone with 5. We just
okay, we'll add in one as we go. Okay.
The nominees are Kevin De Bruyne, Manchester City; Mohamed Salah, Liverpool; Eden Hazard, Chelsea; David De Gea, Manchester United; David Silva. For God's sake.
I was just looking at Silva. I was wondering what was going on there.
Because I was like, it's not Bernardo. It's David Silva, Manchester City.
Also, I was very confused that you said Eden Hazard.
Because it's the accent that I put on.
Okay. Who's your pick, Finch?
That Kevin De Bruyne. It's got to be. It's got to be. And like, Salah is close. Salah is definitely close. But De Bruyne is just different gravy. He's a different oxo this season.
Even if they were on the same level, I think you have to go with the player that's
ripping it up on
the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the league winner most of the time does get played. I know there's obviously the odd outlier, but most of the time it's
the best player on the best team.
Yeah.
And when it's not the league winner, it's probably the Liverpool player who didn't win the league.
Or it's the player that just
like Suarez.
Yeah,
or Gareth Bale.
Or Gareth Bale, who just were that good.
Now, to be fair, it depends on how many goals Salah gets. Because if he probably won't, but if he breaks the record, he's getting it.
Yeah, it'd be one of those things, yeah.
Who's more important to their respective teams?
Salah.
Yeah, I think if you take Salah out of Liverpool, they're hurt a lot more.
I think I agree. But also if you take Salah, I think Mane kind of steps in.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it at the same level. I mean, you even said it yourself. Look at you thought Mane was good last season, which he definitely was, and then Salah does that. Like, granted, good players. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, you take De Bruyne,
you take De Bruyne,
Bernardo Silva.
And there's another City player of similar mould on that list.
Exactly, you've got David Silva, who could easily just step in and play the role that De Bruyne is playing.
Yeah.
So
De Bruyne for that?
Yeah.
Right. Now we're on to Young Player of the Year. Thankfully, De Bruyne can't win this. Because I fucking hate when that
even
happens.
if he could, we wouldn't be doing it for our award because that's a bollocks rule.
Yeah, it's stupid.
If you win Player of the Year, you shouldn't be allowed to win Young Player of the Year. It's not fair. Because Young Player of the Year isn't the prestigious award for someone who's already won Player of the Year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just,
whereas if someone like we'll get to the nominees, but if one of these players won it, that's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Okay. Young Player of the Year: Raheem Sterling, Manchester City; Leroy Sané, Manchester City; Gabriel Jesus, Manchester City; Ben Gomez, Joe Gomez, Liverpool; Anthony Martial, Manchester United. It's one of the 3 City boys easily.
I'd go for Sané myself.
I'll go for Sané.
I'd go for Sané. I think we can make an argument for them. I think Sterling has been a lot. This is the first time I think Sterling has kind of justified his price tag properly.
The one thing I will say for Sterling, I think Sané is more about him. He's more dangerous for that kind of just to defend against. The goals that Sterling has popped up.
He's been so important.
Yeah.
Like you think Southampton, Huddersfield.
Yeah, and the goals he scored are goals Raheem Sterling does not score.
Yeah, the one against Southampton is a cracker from 20 yards in the 96th minute.
He doesn't do that.
Exactly. I kind of turned on that match thinking, City are going to win this, but who's stepping up?
Yeah.
You think it's Aguero or De Bruyne, but fair play to him.
Exactly.
And his goal, I know a lot of them have been like the Huddersfield goal was lucky. The Bournemouth goal at the start of the season, another lucky one.
Still has to get him, he still needs to be there.
Gabriel Jesus, I think he's been great. But
he's been great. It's just, it's kind of like if you're just You talk. They've got Aguero as well.
Yeah.
You can't really showcase how good he actually is.
Jesus has scored a lot. Well, he's had a lot like put in the play for him. Like you've got De Bruyne and Silva behind him.
Yeah, but he's not the scorer.
He does, but you don't have to work his head to create a chance.
That's true. Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez has been Liverpool's best defender this year.
Again, it's not a hard statement.
But he has been, and the fact that he's played all across the back four in his 2 years at Liverpool, despite Liverpool being shite defensively, we've got a lot of clean sheets this year. We've only conceded 3 goals at home all year. We've conceded 1 goal from open play in like the past 6 weeks, and it was Willian's mishit cross.
That was definitely meant to be.
Yeah, that's why he was looking to the opposite. No look shot.
It was Jomez has been. Jomez.
This is new one. Jomez
has been very impressive.
Brilliant debut for England as well.
Got man of the match.
Exactly.
He's at least going to the World Cup.
Yeah, he'll be in the
whether he plays or not is another thing. But I think he's key for Liverpool.
Yeah. So who gets it? Leroy Sané?
Sané for me.
Sané. Manager of the year. The nominees are Sean Dyche, Burnley, David Wagner, wannabe Jurgen Klopp,
Huddersfield,
Pep Guardiola, Manchester City.
I think to get 21 points with Huddersfield after 18 games warrants being up for manager.
With that team as well.
Yeah, like there's no, like Tom Ince is there, like
Aaron Moy's their best player by far. He's a very good player. He's a very good player. But look, it looks like at the end of the matches they could.
Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney they spent a good bit of money on this summer.
Yeah, no, I like him. He looks like your man out of Brockhampton.
He's Merlin.
Yeah, no, not Merlin.
Fucking blonde hair, doesn't he?
No, but the fellow with the moustache.
Oh, Amir.
Yeah, Amir.
Yeah.
But like whatever happens with Huddersfield, they could still easily go down. Yeah. But they haven't embarrassed. Like they won't embarrass themselves even if they do go down. Like 21 points is okay.
To be honest,
I
I think they're. Newcastle are dependent on outside influence. Swansea after last night looked like after Monday night looked like
about half a week ago.
Looked like they're on the way. You Brighton as well. You Bournemouth, Stoke.
There's a lot of teams in between them and the relegation.
Exactly. So as well, Sean Dyche as well.
He's a lovable guy.
Again, I think depending on how the season ends, because the fact that Burnley are in sixth, Man City are expected to be in first. It just depends on how they finish the season. If they go unbeaten, it's obviously.
Yeah.
I think if they get over 100 points or whatever,
probably Pep.
Yeah.
But if Burnley finish sixth, I think that's Guardiola would not finish sixth with Burnley.
No.
If they finish top 10,
I think they certainly. You would think they would weigh in now. This is the period. So I'm not going to going to gossip.
I think the top 6 will end up being
the normal top,
traditional top 6.
But
anything
depends.
I don't think Guardiola could manage to finish sixth with Burnley.
No,
he couldn't. He'd probably get them relegated.
Because his philosophy would come into play.
His ego, and he can only do it with a big club, and that's my big thing.
Guardiola he'd do a Bournemouth. He'd keep playing football
which would be stupid.
He'd take on United at Old Trafford trying to play the ball.
He'd be doing Eddie Howe just bashing his head against the wall.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But
what's City doing?
But when
how are we shit talking Guardiola?
I'll shit talk Guardiola.
I'll hold my tongue, but I hope a lot of bad things happen to him.
I like him.
I think he's
I don't mind him whatsoever.
Most overrated manager in the world.
No.
Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, he's class. He won 3 leagues at Bayern Munich. Yeah, my granny would have fucking won 3 Bayern Munich leagues at Bayern Munich, and that says a lot because 1, she doesn't like football, and 2, she's dead.
I went on a tangent.
I've brought us out in this tangent. I want to bring us back in.
Exactly. Manager of the year. It's dependent. I'm going with Guardiola, but just because
we're not guessing how the season's going to go. We're basing it on right now.
I give it to Sean Dyche.
Now.
Yeah, that's the idea because it's the mid-season awards.
Fuck the mid-season awards, bitches. Signing of the season: Mo Salah, Liverpool; Nemanja Matic, Manchester United; Wayne Rooney, Everton; Alvaro Morata, Chelsea; Sead Kolasinac, Arsenal; Ederson, Manchester City; Chris Wood, Burnley; Richarlison, Watford. It's Mo Salah. I don't even want to talk about it because it's Mo Salah.
He's the top
ridiculous.
scorer.
It's ridiculous.
Richarlison just
Richarlison is second.
He's had a great.
Richarlison is second. Ederson or Rooney third.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have Ederson.
Like this one doesn't even need to be discussed.
No,
Mo
20
Salah's
goals
just been
before
ridiculous.
Christmas. 20 goals.
Forget about it. Like, absolutely forget about it. And he's just a lovely smile on him. He seems like a nice young man with a lovely smile. Okay, it's the MIP. MIP.
The men in pink.
Here come the men in pink. The Galaxy Defenders.
And midfielders and forwards.
The nominees are Wayne Rooney, Everton, Raheem Sterling, Manchester City, and James Tarkowski, Burnley.
I think Rooney's the clear winner.
I don't think he's clear. I think
I don't think it's clear because Tarkowski has just sort of come out of nowhere to be a very good defender. Because you go, Michael Keane leaves, Ben Mee steps up to be Burnley's best defender, but he didn't. Yeah. Tarkowski did. Strange, but I think you do give it to Rooney just purely for.
If you base it off Rooney's last 2 seasons,
yeah, exactly.
You thought he was done.
His lowest ebb was not fancied. Wasn't given any kind of responsibility in that United team, save for just given a token captain's armband because he was the captain.
Yeah,
but
yet he currently has more goals in the league than Lukaku.
Oh, it's the same there. About same time, yeah. But Rooney's won more points from his goals.
Yeah, he's been an imperative.
I'm still annoyed about his.
Sorry, guys, you're okay. We just want to quick look at it.
No worries. No,
it's alright.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not our room anyway.
Wayne Rooney wins MIP.
Yes, I think Sterling has a great case mainly because he has. I don't think he had improved before now come to the City that much. I think he's stepped up a lot this season. I think it's got a lot to do with Guardiola and coaching him really well.
Yeah.
But Rooney's been a lot more than anybody expected.
Yeah, I think just purely because everybody had written him off.
You expect a young player to improve. You don't expect an old player to get
you don't
better.
Expect a 32-year-old to
10 goals. Can he break 20?
Halfway through the season. He's on penalties. Yeah,
he's not great at penalties.
I'm still annoyed that on Monday night they gave him an assist for having his penalty saved and Calvert-Lewin scoring the rebound.
That's funny.
Yeah, you weren't going to give it to Fabianski though.
There just is no assist.
Yeah.
Can Rooney catch Shearer?
What is he on?
Yeah, Shearer's old now. I know Rooney's not the quickest, but Shearer can't run for shit.
Okay. It's 54 in it.
54 now. No.
I think Rooney can play a lot longer than you might think, but whether he scores goals...
If he played for 5 seasons and got 10 a season...
Yeah, I don't think he will.
On penalties at Everton...
See, it's much easier... I found it, I think it's much easier to shine at Everton, at the likes of Everton than it is at United. Lukaku's proved it, Because if you do have a bad game, no one gets that much on your back as they would.
You don't expect it to win every game.
Expect it to win every game.
Yeah, the amount of people that get on your back is completely diminished. Yeah. It's just... all the people at the Gladys Street.
To me, it's like Gylfi Sigurdsson. Bringing it at Swansea because we only really watched Swansea when they were doing well.
Like say Everton were to lose 2-0 to City and Rooney doesn't play that well. Well, that's no bad.
You're coming up against City, whereas if you're United,
if United
win 5-0, Lukaku doesn't score. People talk shit.
But like this Manchester derby, Lukaku doesn't score, and
assists 2 goals.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it wasn't. Okay, move on.
The most underwhelming signing of the season,
surprise.
rather than talking about say Rooney, who moved to Everton and has done very well.
Yeah, not underwhelming in terms of I wish we signed someone better, but in terms of we thought we did.
We thought they'd be doing bits.
Yeah.
But they just didn't, or haven't done thus far. But we're talking about him, Romelu Lukaku, Manchester United. Gregor Krychowiak, because I can say it, but I can't fucking spell it. West Bromwich Albion.
K-R-Y... No.
Just leave it. There's too many Z's because it's floating around.
K-R-Y-C-H-O-W-I...
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Gregor, if you're watching,
maybe.
spell your name properly.
Shout out. Renato Sanchez, Swansea City. Javier Hernandez, not Chicharito, West Ham United. David Klaassen, Everton. Kelechi Iheanacho, Leicester City. And Sandro Ramirez, Everton. Is there a clear winner? Because there's not, I don't think.
No, because when you look at Lukaku, he scored 10 goals.
There are players who are being held to different standards.
Yeah, I think you look, Krychowiak, can't see, Has he done anything?
He might step up now that West Brom are looking okay.
He was not very good against United.
He wasn't good against Liverpool either.
But like for West Brom to get a PSG player, they've done really well with Poland at the Euros. You thought,
and you're thinking like this lad, he'll take you to the next level because like
he's a bit of like
they've had Claudio Jakob in there for God knows
literally
how long.
It were formed in 18 whatever.
It kind of reminded me of when Leicester signed Cambiasso for a year.
Yeah, but like,
but Cambiasso's past it though, and
you wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have expected Cambiasso to be as good as he was, whereas like Krychowiak should be in his prime. He should be in his prime. Renato Sanchez, a player that isn't in his prime.
He basically he's still living off the Euros.
Yeah,
and his hype of Benfica didn't do it at Bayern either.
No. Had a great tournament at the Euros, but he hadn't done anything since then. It's only
but he didn't do it at Bayern, and you're like, okay, go to small fish. Go to a small fish, be a big fish, small pond, do your thing, like ball out. But he's just been dreadful. He's been absolutely dreadful, completely shot of confidence. And especially for like a 19, 20-year-old, which is something that you don't want.
You could probably do it a year back in Portugal.
Exactly. I think Swansea don't pay the fee. It was 35 million is the buyout clause.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
They're not going to do it. No. There's no way, unless he improves.
But then they'll probably go down. So would the Championship club be paying
35 million?
Not a chance.
Absolutely not.
Javier Hernandez has really upset me because he does not look like the player that played at United in 2010 to 2012.
Getting chances on a plate.
Yeah, he did get a chance on the plate, but I think what West Ham has done wrong.
Do you remember he was kind of a bit out of favour at United, so he went to Real Madrid for a year?
Yeah, scored that winner against Atletico in the Champions League.
I can't believe that.
He was an absolute poacher, you know.
Yeah.
But he always played in the 2 up top, and West Ham are playing him in the 1. He's not the type of player to hold the ball up and do that kind of.
Like the thing is with Moyes is that he needs to solidify. Like I'm talking now, he needs to solidify defensively, which is why you play one up top. You play Andy Carroll, Diafrasacco, just to go.
They're people that hit a ball in to hold it up, and then someone will
and then because you're going to need runners coming from midfield because you're going to have Mark Noble and Cheku Kouyaté sitting there. So you're going to have Lanzini going forward. You're going to have like
Arnautovic,
Antonio.
Another problem with Hernandez is a lot of his goals, or his crucial ones, came off the bench.
Yeah,
and I don't think he can expect. Like
I think there was one iterance of it against Arsenal. The other day where like he had the chance and was that close to scoring,
but I don't
because that's the kind of thing he can do. Because the ball literally it broke out. I think it was Koscielny played it out loosely. It was played through to him, and it was just kind of like ball's coming here, one time.
But can a player like him who's played at United, even by Leverkusen and
Real,
can a player like him accept being a super sub or like given that tag at West Ham? I don't think he can.
No, I don't. But I don't think. It's dependent on how he's played as well, and it depends on how many points West Ham get.
I think these kind of super sub type players, they should when given the chance to start, they should be able to do it. Look at Edin Dzeko, he was a great sub for City. He went to Roma and he's doing unreal starting for Roma.
Yeah, it depends the system.
Yeah, but as well, the thing is with Dzeko was that before he was at City, he was just banging about for Wolfsburg. Like that was the sting. Davy Klaassen.
He just hasn't played.
Yeah, I think he's a player that's kind of. He's disappointed because of the whole Ronald Koeman let's buy number 10s.
Yeah, if they didn't buy 3 number 10s, I'm sure he'd be doing alright.
I'm sure he'd be pretty good. Probably same with Sandro as well, because like, I think the thing is with Sandro is that Everton are blessed with a lot of pace. Not at all. They're waiting for Yannick Bolasie to come back. They don't want to play Kevin Morales. You know, they haven't got anybody up front that has any pace. Ademola Lookman, who they don't want to give. Like
that's a lot of weight to put
exactly. So they're like Ademola Lookman or Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They've gone with Calvert-Lewin because he's been around the team a lot longer than Ademola Lookman.
Experience in Merseyside derbies, that kind of
thing. Exactly. Like listen, he didn't play a lot before the start of this season, but now he's been given that mantle. I think Sandro. The reason why Sandro isn't playing is because they need a bit of pace up front. He hasn't got the legs for what Big Sam especially wants his striker to do. And you can see Calvert-Lewin scoring goals, so there's nothing that Sandro can really do at the moment when he given it an opportunity. Perhaps
when the FA Cup comes around, well, I know they have a tough game against Liverpool, but if they were to experiment a little bit, maybe he could.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what underwhelming just purely because he's not getting played, and then when he did play, just was in a very bad team. Kelechi Iheanacho is another one who's just not playing.
the former Okazaki and Vardy's.
Yeah, to be fair, that's not really his fault. He's just being held up by two good players.
He's young, he'll have time.
Exactly, it's a lot of money as well, and you're like, what's
and he did look good at City, to be fair. When he came off the bench or when he started,
he was brilliant. He was brilliant. That's why I was like, that could be a great signing for Leicester.
So, who are we giving this one to?
I'm going to give it to Lukaku myself, just as a United fan. I just think
I'm going to give it to Renato Sanchez. I'm going to give it to Renato Sanchez.
Where's the list?
It's here.
Oh, see, I was like, why is Buffal there?
Why is Sander Puri there? He was great for Waterford last year.
Yeah, I'm going to go Renato Sanchez.
That's fair. I can see why you went from.
Yeah, I think just...
And where Swansea are as
they're
well.
on the bottom.
Yeah.
He was like, I know you're only a young fella. You don't want to give him that much expectation, but...
But like, if he was
golden
like,
boy, you know,
kind of give his tickets in the Swansea season this year, it would really kickstart his career. Like,
exactly.
Real, like, keep them up.
Exactly. This is a kind of, put this on your CV, Ronaldo. Yeah. Go back to Bayern. See what you can do.
Yeah, but he's not.
Okay. And the last award of the night, lads. It's been a long one.
Yeah, it has.
It's been a long one.
So long, it almost feels like we're recording it 3 days in advance.
Good thing we are.
It is the Irish Player of the Year. The nominees are all of the Irish players that play in the Premier League.
Bar Seamus Coleman.
And Shane Long. Can we take Shane Long out of the list?
Shane Long doesn't exist in my world.
I want to give a big shout out to Stephen Ward, because I've always said he is absolutely shite, and he's had a great year. Maybe not for Ireland, kind of really wanted Christian Eriksen to get his hat-trick against Ireland, but in the Premier League he's been great.
Yeah.
We had a brilliant campaign with Ireland up until
that last match, which I'm sure every single player kind of did.
My pick would be Jeff Hendrick. I think he's been, like, Brady's been brilliant for, like, way better than...
But I can't give the award to Brady just purely because it's infuriating to see a player be the complete polar opposite
of what he does for Ireland. In fairness, Hendrick does that as well, to be fair.
But I think
in the opposite direction, that's James McLean, because he is shite for West Brom.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's got
terrible Premier League
one assist and no goals in
45
games, but he's been great for Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, I think Hendrick, he's popped up with a few key goals for Burnley, and when they do keep the ball, he's part of that.
Harry Art has not done much for Bournemouth.
No, there's calls for him to just be dropped, because their midfield is woeful, and
John Walters has been injured. It's Stephen.
Kevin Long's played a few games.
When Rob Elliott has started, he's done well for.
He's better than Carl Darlow.
He's better than Darren Randolph as well. To be fair, I think he's a much better goalkeeper. But
I think Kieran Westwood's their best goalkeeper. But it is what it is.
Okay, so
anyone else that we can think of?
Not really. There's no one. Is there in the Premier League? Not really.
No,
it's kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give my.
Well, Shane Duffy actually.
Yeah, Shane Duffy's been great. I mean, he'll play for Liverpool next season. So
won a great penalty against Liverpool.
Yeah, listen.
But when Brighton, against West Ham especially, it was brilliant. But again, depends how well Brighton do, and if they go down, you can't really give it to them.
Yeah, so your vote for best Irish player?
Jeff Hendry.
Your vote for best
Stephen Ward.
I'm going with PFAI Player of the Year and Preston striker.
It's Premier League.
He is Premier League, baby.
Is he?
No, he's not. I'm going to go with Jeff Hendrick and Felice Etihad to you and your king. Yeah,